How to knit the Estonian button, English style. For this tutorial, you will need a pair of knitting needles and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor, Southwest Trading Company, for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their 100% soy silk pure line in the color Flint. The Estonian button is not actually a button. It's more like a little bobble or knot in your fabric, and it's used to make cool little textures. So we do this by wrapping stitches around each other and over in some really interesting ways in order to create this button-like bobble texture. So let's show you how we do it. First, I'm going to knit to the point where I want to place my bobble. In this case, I'm just going to knit 3 stitches. This will maintain the pattern that I've been doing so far. So for step 1, we're going to skip these first 2 stitches and insert our knitting needle in between the second and third stitches on our main needle. Now for step 2, we're going to work a stitch and draw a loop through, and we'll create kind of an extended stitch here. We're going to place this onto our main needle. Now for step 3, we will insert our needle, working needle, into the first stitch and knit this through the back loop, and we'll pull this stitch off of our needle. Now for step 4, we're going to slip these 2 stitches over to our working needle, and step 5, we will pass this first stitch over the other 2 stitches. Okay, and now we can see we've got our little knot button texture here. So let's do this again. I'm just going to knit over 2 more stitches, and we are going to skip the first 2 stitches, insert our needle in between the second and third stitches, draw a loop through and place that on our main needle. Then we will knit this first stitch through the back loop, pull that stitch off, slip these next 2 stitches onto our working needle, and pass the first stitch over the other stitches. Okay, let's do this one more time, because some of you probably thought that was a little bit fast. So we'll do this nice and slow again. So we're going to skip these first 2, insert our needle, our working needle, in between the next 2 stitches, the second and third stitches. Now we're going to bring the yarn over our needle like we're knitting a stitch, and we're going to draw it through between the 2 stitches. Okay? Then we're going to place this stitch onto the tip of our working needle. Okay, and we don't have to pull this tight, really, because we're going to knit into it next. So we're going to knit this stitch through the back loop. So we're going to come through the back loop, knit the stitch as normal, pull it off of our needle. Then we're going to slip these next 2 stitches off of our main needle onto our working needle, and we will pass the first stitch over the other 2 stitches. Alright, so that's how we knit the Estonian button. Want more new stitch a day? Join our VIP email list to get every stitch directly to your inbox. Sign up today at newstitchaday.com/VIP.